A Republican congressman explained climate change. He was at a town hall, as we mentioned earlier in the show. Republicans members of Congress on a 5-week vacation, a lot of them Democrats and Republicans alike, doing town hall meetings and the like. And this was an event called Coffee with the Congressman. Coffee with the Congressman. And this is with Republican Congressman Jeff Miller. He was asked about climate change, and here is what he had to say.
What we are able to produce ourselves. So, you talk about why do I go against the scientists that are out there. I have scientists that I rely on. The scientists that I rely on say that our climate has changed. Look, it wasn't just a few years ago. What was the problem that existed? It wasn't global warming. We were going to all be an ice cube. We're not ice cubes. Our climate will continue to change because of the way God formed the earth.
Oh my God.
This is a pretty interesting line to take. Basically, listen, I've got scientists and it's just God. The climate, changes in climate are a result of the way God formed the earth. Now, of course, there's many studies. For example, a large one which looked at peer-reviewed research articles. It found that about 97% agree that climate change is being affected by human activities. What are his thoughts on nuclear waste storage, for example? I mean, if you think, hey, the climate's changing because of how God designed things, I mean, why even bother figuring out where to put nuclear waste? Just stuff it in a garbage can. It's all part of how God designed things. Or we could even take that further. Job growth is also God's will. Why even focus on the economy? Well, actually, Lewis, maybe that's why Republicans, after saying they were going to focus on the economy, have been not doing it at all.
For her, yeah, probably for a lot of people, that's the line that you use for everything. For a lot of people, religion is just an easy answer to everything, so that they don't actually have to answer the tough questions and think about things and do important things.
Yeah, the thing is, upon the most minuscule analysis, it falls apart, because if it were the case that God is just going to handle all this stuff, then why do you need to be passing anti-gay bills? Why do you need to be passing anti-abortion bills? Isn't God just going to make lightning strike all of those people or somehow take care of it? It's one of the most absurd political double standards that we see when religion is used in this way, only as convenient.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's the whole point, convenience. And you know what? Their answer is always, well, God works in mysterious ways.
Right. Anytime you ask, it's an amazing illogical circle, really. You ask about something where we have scientific data or otherwise have evidence or whatever the case may be. Listen, God takes care of that. We really don't need to be going crazy about this. And then you say, well, hold on a second. If God does take care of that, then wouldn't God also take care of A, B, and C, which you seem obsessed with handling? And then they say, well, no, because we have to make sure that we are furthering God's will here on earth. And then you say, well, hold on a second. What about these examples where it seems clear that if God was directly involved, it would appear that God is malicious in some way or evil or negligent? And then you get the answer, well, hold on. God works in mysterious ways. We can't really understand that, which brings us back to, if we can understand how God works, how do you know when to let God handle things and when you need to be passing bills? It's just an absurd circle that should have no place in American politics and legislation.
It shouldn't, but it does.
Yes, it does. Lewis, just speaking factually here, religion does have a place in American politics, even though it shouldn't.